As promised, the very delayed and late table of contents video. A table of contents is no more than a list of your subtopics, your headings within your report, and what page numbers you can find them on. Google Documents has a table of contents tool that you can use to insert it in, which makes it easy, but I will be honest with you, they are really not up to speed with like MS Word's abilities with table of contents. So there are a few glitches in the system nonetheless. So first and foremost, if you want to use Google's table of contents features, what you need to do is any subheading that you have, any subtopic heading that you have, so question, hypothesis, materials, procedures, if you click on it and you make it a heading, whatever heading you want, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and if you have a heading you want to be saved as a default style, you can change it to be saved as a default style. So you can make those your headings. So question, hypothesis, materials, procedures, data, results, conclusion, all those things can be turned into headings, okay, because they should have already been bolded. And if you have those then as headings, which I just took a document that I'd had from past years and I put headings on different pages with page breaks, then you can come up to the top of your page that says table of contents, which I on purpose did not make that a heading, because if you make it a heading, it will show up whenever you then come over here and say insert table of contents. Now, when you look at this, you might say, well, that doesn't do any good. It doesn't tell me what page things are on. And you are correct. Like I said, Google is behind. What this does is it makes them a live link so that if you are working with people on a really large document, or you've turned things into a professor on a large document and they just want to check one section, like say your teacher who wants to check just one section, your live table of contents would be able to take me directly then to your purpose statement, which is what the next thing I'll be grading. But just as it is, that's really not helpful because you are planning to print these out for people to see. So when you are done revising your entire document, I would not do it until that point. That is when you can just go ahead and do the good old-fashioned tab button to insert page numbers. Today in STEM We Read is on page 2, this heading's on page 3, and this heading is on page 4. Now if you give each of your subtitles a heading font, then they'll each show up as different lists within your table of contents, which is fine because if your question, constants, variables, and controls are all listed separately and they all say page 3, that's perfectly acceptable because it still allows the person to know where to go. Now, if you want to not mess with the Google table of contents features and you just want to type out the different headings and what page number they're going to show up on, that is also perfectly acceptable. Also, if you don't like that it looks like this because it's a live link, you can change the color and the font. But just know, if you do that and you change it to look the way that you want it to look, and as soon as you click refresh, if you ever needed to refresh your table of contents because you added a new subheading, it all goes back to normal. So that is why I said make sure that you have everything finalized on your document before you worry about putting page numbers on your table of contents or making it look different. And if you do not like Google's table of contents feature, then don't use it. Just go ahead and type in your own things because I do not need the live link. I can scroll through your documents. They are not that long to find the subjects that we're looking for. It's just a nice new feature to know about for future reference and or use now. I hope this helps clear up what a table of contents is and how you can use it. Please let me know if you have any further questions.